Good morning. I just wanted to make this video for a long time, and I just have found some time today morning, and I thought I'll make this video. It's about the housing crisis which has been going on, and it's been in the news past say ever since COVID subsided. There's a lot of issues with housing crisis, and these are my observations. What I've observed is it's limited to countries like Australia, New Zealand, Canada, United Kingdom, and other countries where there has been a large influx of people, and at the same time, the houses haven't got built to accommodate those people. So that's the issue. Main issue is there's more people coming, but there's not enough houses being built. And like I'm sure people will have the question like, why don't other countries have this issue? And the answer to that is yes, other countries do have a issue. A good example is in India. We have a housing crisis for the past 100 years, more than 100 years. So it's just a constant issue. So nobody talks about it. And the reason why we talk so much about it in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, UK is because it's not been there for many years, and it's just starting to happen last 5, 10, 15 years. So this is the issue. And there's been a lot of proposals on different solutions. Some governments say they want to increase the housing supply by changing the zoning by allowing higher density houses. And somebody is saying they need to develop some new infrastructure. But there are a lot of issues, like, for example, the issue with increasing the housing density, zoning existing land area, built up land area to allow for higher housing. The problem with that is whether a human being lives on the ground floor or if he lives on the 100th floor, he still uses the same amount of water to brush his teeth, to have a bath, to wash his hands, to cook food. So that's not really going to solve the issue from a resource perspective, because we're still going to need the same amount of resources to support the same amount of people, whether they're living in low density or high density. I'll make another video on that one. And now the issue with building more houses is now the governments are saying they don't have money and the investors don't have money. Nobody has money. I don't know where the money went, but that's the issue. So I'm going to propose a practical solution. Just hear me out. In countries like Australia, Canada, camping is very popular. People like to do camping on the weekends, on the long weekends, on holidays. And in developing countries, camping is also happening on long-term camping. It's just that we use a different word. We call it slums. So we have a lot of people in developing countries who lives in slums, which is basically long-term camping. So I feel this is the only practical solution, especially in Australia, where the government should designate, like how it's rezoning lands. They should rezone some parts of their parks, like Hyde Park in Sydney and some botanical gardens. Part of that they should designate it as slum areas, and they should allow people to come and build their slums. They should provide a drinking facility, drinking water, toilets, and the garbage collection. They should provide that so that the slums can be sustainable. And they also should make it some kind of a rule or a recommendation that the new people coming into the country, new people coming into Australia who don't have accommodation planned, they should bring along with them a very good tent so that they can put it up in the permanent camping zones. So I feel permanent camping is just a nice word for slum, because slum is a bad word. So that's my solution. Please tell me if there are what are your comments.